So I just read Car and Driver's latest on the 2025 Porsche Taycan prototype, and it's faster charging and improved performance. And it got me thinking, I really don't want an EV now. Because if you watch one of my previous videos, there was a point in time I was running down my car list and I was thinking to myself, as a teenager, I really didn't want anything besides a Honda. And my list proved otherwise. My choices, my opinion, my taste, the improvements from many other brands and manufacturers proved otherwise. Therefore, I don't want an EV right now. Maybe that'll change in the future. And the reasons why: one, I think a Taycan looks pretty sexy, okay? And I'd love to get a Taycan on some custom wheels and have it the fitment just right. I really like the shape of a Taycan. So I just don't see myself buying one right now. But with these new developments and changes and advancements and modifications and improvements from a brand such as Porsche, we have to reasonably believe that they're going to produce a very high quality product, I would assume. Number one, the sound. Yeah. The feel, the sound, the shifting of the transmission. Although somebody was able to retrofit a manual transmission to an EV using just a regular like PS5 steering wheel or adaptation to it. And it worked. It even got it to stall out in certain circumstances. But I don't think I would go that far. I also think that the sound that the Porsche Taycan makes is actually kind of cool. Futuristic, space age, you know? But besides that, I think the look could overtake the sound and the feel, not to mention the power and the speed. Did I say how much I like the way they look? But besides that, the range, which I was today years old from reading this Car and Driver article to really wrap my mind around this term, range anxiety. I'm not looking to incorporate anxiety in what I would consider to be one of my greatest passions and enjoyment of driving, and driving a Porsche no less. Therefore, I don't want to have range anxiety. I also don't want to have problems. You never buy the first model year of any new model or any new engine or any new anything, right? So I'm going to give Porsche some time. Yeah, I give Ford a hard time. I give the Lightning a hard time. That's because everybody gives Ford and the Lightning a hard time. I give Hyundai a hard time with the Ioniq 5. That's because everybody else is giving them a hard time. But I do give Porsche a hard time with the Taycan because I know that batteries fail. They malfunction. And I understand you have a warranty, but I didn't buy a car to not use it because it's sitting in the shop. Although I don't have to pay for the repair, I also don't get to enjoy the vehicle that I purchased. So I'm looking forward to waiting until we get to a point where the reliability from Porsche's EV lineup is considerably, hopefully considered to be the best. As Porsche, I believe, is rated one of the most reliable vehicles on the road today in regard to their internal combustion engine vehicles. I believe that was true at least recently. Maybe not today, but a year or two, maybe 3 ago. So, with increased reliability, a reduction of range anxiety as the charging becomes faster and the batteries begin to last longer. I do live in a tropical Florida climate, so I'm not too concerned about the cold weather affecting my batteries. These are possible reasons why in the next 5 to 10 years, I could potentially own an EV. Maybe. Now, granted, I think they're going to be expensive. I think they're going to continuously cost more due to inflation, due to production, due to demand, due to Porsche's road to 20, they're going to cost more. Like, that's what it's going to be. You know, I'm going to buy a $200,000 Taycan, and life, that's just what life is going to be. Charging them it's going to be expensive too, you know, but gas powered vehicles, diesel powered vehicles, and fuel will be expensive as well. Insurance might be cheaper on the EV. If you watch Jeff Buys Cars, I think it's Geoff or Jeff Buys Cars. I think it's Jeff. It's spelled Geoff, but I think it's Jeff. He's got plenty of videos out there that would lead you to believe that the future of automobiles and EV and technology is draconian. Be that as it may, I'm looking at it from the perspective of Porsche is a brand that is continuously looking to improve, and therefore I could possibly see myself in the future satisfying my desires of maintaining newest Porsche ownership with the look and design that I would prefer, while also being able to drive it, if I dare say, 500 miles without having to charge it. 500 miles would probably eliminate any range anxiety that I could possibly have. By the time we get to the point of 500-mile range, we'll probably also be to the point of wider availability of a more sustainable charging grid network. So it's like 6 one way, half a dozen the other. But I would prefer to take the longer range than the greater availability of charging stations. So that could be a thing. That could be a thing in the future. I think that Porsche will probably get to a point where they kind of figure this out. They solidify their position in the EV world, and they can continue to carry the torch from where they are now to where vehicles go in the future. I am somewhat biased towards Porsche, but I also believe that Porsche makes a quality product, and I'm very happy and satisfied with what they deliver. I'm a fan of the brand. I love the dealership experience. I love the ownership experience. I love the camaraderie. I love the I'm trying to think of the word. It's it's like family, or, you know, just other fellow enthusiasts, fellow Porsche fans. I think there's a better word, and I can't really think of it right now. But you guys know what I'm talking about. And if I could carry on with that, that would be great. Otherwise, right now, unfortunately, I think, not necessarily unfortunately, I think that the successor to my Porsche Macan would be a Chevrolet Corvette Z06 SUV, whatever they come out with. I say unfortunately because I know that is going to be next to impossible to get, because I feel like it'll be treated like a C8 when the C8 came out, and I'm not paying an exorbitantly high ADM to buy it. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to pay Porsche for an allocation to get a Taycan. Not going to happen. So, Scott Creed, if you're listening, look out for your boy. We do have a new Porsche dealership going up in Santa Rosa. I need to show that to you. They're going to let me bring you guys in on an exclusive tour. Maybe I can get a hard hat tour as they start construction. That would be cool. And so that's where I see the successor. But if at that time it's just me and my wife, then maybe, just maybe, we're riding around in 2 seats, or maybe 2 plus 2. But honestly, I think if I had the option, I would probably not buy a 911, and I'd probably go get a Cayman. I'd probably go get a Cayman. For some reason, the Cayman, I really like the Cayman, so I would probably do that and save a little bit of money. But who knows? Only time will tell. But I do think that I would probably try to stick with the Porsche brand. Otherwise, I'd probably just get something cheap, like a Honda or something, and then just buy my time until I make a final decision based on the options that are available that I really like, and then pull the trigger. Thanks for watching. See you guys later.